This is my review of Chapter 72 of the Bleach manga. There are Shinigami on the other side of the wall, and they say that the intruders have to face Jidanbo. It's weird how we see two vice captains from two very different squads here. Ironically, from 3 and 9, which is a big theme of a lot of topics involving this arc. It's just strange. But then we see a massive strike goes down at Ichigo's side, and Jidanbo tells Ichigo to show him what he can do. He wields a massive axe, but through the whole time that we see him, we are never told whether or not it's a Zanpakuto. You would assume it is, but it doesn't seem like one based on everything we see of it. The chapter cover is just like of a model of the Soul Society, showing like where the Brukan guy is, where the Seirate is, where each of the gates on the Seirate are, stuff like that. Jidanbo is a giant, and he was chosen to defend the West Gate because he's the strongest of the giants. It's called the White Road Gate. They have to defeat Jidanbo in order to enter the gate. Yoruichi reveals that Jidanbo has never lost, and that he can kill 30 hollows at once with a single swing. Yoruichi wants Ichigo to run back, and then they can come up with a plan to attack him, and then Chad and Orihime begin running ahead to try to help Ichigo. Jidanbo strikes the ground, erecting a massive block, erecting it to block their path. He smashes it, and it gets broken and rises up like that. Then Jidanbo tells them that it's a duel, and that duels have to be one-on-one. They can't interfere. That's not good manners. Chad comes with a plan. He wants to punch a hole through the blockade and then have Orihime shoot through, Tsubaki through it, but Jidanbo hears them. And then Ichigo calls out to them and tells them not to interfere. Uryu thinks that it's too dangerous for Ichigo and wants him to wait for help, but Ichigo tells him that he'll be fine. Chad asks Ichigo if he thinks he can win. Ichigo says he probably can. Ichigo then reveals that he was supposed to originally have regained his power over the course of 10 days, but he regained them in 5 days, and so he spent the next 5 days fighting Kisuke non-stop. Uryu asks if he learned how to fight from Kisuke, and Kisuke says that he didn't. Kisuke didn't teach him anything. But what Ichigo did do is he got stronger and learned how to wield his power. Jidanbo asks if he's done talking. Ichigo says that he isn't, but Jidanbo didn't have to wait for him either. Jidanbo says that Ichigo has bad manners because he didn't thank him, and he attacks him. And then Chad thinks about Kisuke, and he thinks that Kisuke is one thing that Kisuke apparently said to someone was that Ichigo has more power than anybody, but he just doesn't know how to wield it. And then Chad thinks if he did, then he'd be unstoppable. Ichigo obviously just lacked experience in battle, and he blocks Jidanbo's attack, and then Ichigo says that Jidanbo has bad manners for attacking his opponent before he's ready, and then Renji's running off to go join the battle. So we're starting the first fight of Soul Society arc. We start off pretty hot before we kind of break down to explore some stuff for a while. And then eventually we'll get back into it. But the Jidanbo fight's pretty cool. Jidanbo has an idea. He's a classic kind of shonen antagonist. Your Fist of the North Star or Dragon Ball opponent, where you have your main character who's like a normal person, and this person's a giant, and you're going to have to fight him. It's been done in about every series ever. It's just another one of those tropes. But it would have been nice to ever get the axes expanded upon some. I wonder if anyone ever asked in a Q&A if about it, what Jidanbo's axes are.